Good evening, everyone. It's another session on the University Through Our Eyes webinar series. Welcome, everyone. Okay, so once you join the call, you put in your comments, introduce yourself, and let us know you are here. So today's talk show or interview session is going to be another enlightening session, a transformative one, if I will say so. And I know it's going to impact someone's life, especially, in your academics, pushing you to be more intentional, more strategic, and, do everything you are doing with wisdom. And the knowledge you gain today will really help fast track the progress you need in your university days. So today the topic is positioning for academic scholarships. And welcome everybody as you're joining. I'm seeing you, and we are glad to have you on the call today. Okay. So as I see your comments, I'm going to read them out and we're going to go from there. Like I said, our topic for today is positioning for academic scholarships. And yes, why this topic is very important to me is because most times people don't get to know about the importance of truly positioning themselves to get these opportunities, or to even see these opportunities in the university. And starting early, knowing these things early enough is best for you. But whatever time you are listening to this information, whatever time of your journey that you are listening to this information, this video, and all of that, I want to tell you that it is still relevant, because the knowledge you are getting here today is not just to prepare you for academic scholarships, but also to position yourself for other opportunities you'll be getting as a flow out of your academic achievements. So we are speaking on scholarships academically, and also scholarships in every aspect. So there are times people get program scholarships to come for programs. In fact, how to put yourself out there, personal branding, and to make sure that you get these things at the right time, that you are well prepared to get these offers at the right time. We have our guest here, but as you can see, I'm trying to make sure that we are not missing anyone as we begin this session. Aside not knowing about these opportunities, there are times that we also feel like not that we are not capable, or not the best choice for that opportunity we want to put in for. And of course, this session is going to show you that there is enough courage already for the journey. Like I said, to be in the university is an opportunity on its own. It's a privilege on its own that you should not take for granted. So if you found yourself in the university environment with an admission, you should take it so dearly and keep improving as you go on your journey. Our guest for today is on this call, and I would not like to waste much of our time. We're going to dive right into the discourse for today. So, before I bring up our guest, speaking from personal experience, like I said, this is a story council kind of interview where we tell you our stories, and from our stories, we bring out lessons to help you. So, from my own personal experience, I didn't really know much about the university even before getting in. And not just much about the university, I didn't even know much about positioning for scholarship opportunities. So it has always been my desire to make sure that when people are getting into the school, one of the first things they should note or know is that their grades are so important that they can fetch them opportunities while they are still in school. So you don't have to wait till you are out of school for you to get mouth-watering offers. So if I had known that before coming into school, probably it would have been another ginger, something else to motivate me to do even better than I already did. So it's always a privilege to hear this information. Yes, like I said, I didn't really know much about even scholarship opportunities until my second year in the university. And at that time, I was already even discouraged that, oh, this thing is not for me, it's for the brainy guys and all of that. And if you even have this as at the back of your mind that, oh yes, we we can get so much from how much effort we've put into the getting the results we have, you would even put in much more effort. So don't write off yourself even as we start this conversation. The conversation is for you. The conversation is for everyone who is going to listen to this. Yes, now I'm going to bring up our guest. Yeah, I can see you, Priscilla. Welcome, Priscilla. Welcome, Priscilla. Um, yes, good evening. Good evening, our guest. Hi. So good to
Okay,
have you on the call. And, I just want us to dive right into the discussion for today. So, can you briefly introduce yourself to us?
okay. Thank you so much, City Impact Initiative, for this opportunity. And thank you for creating this platform whereby young scholars can have access to right information as early as possible. And when it comes to scholarship, I know this is an integral part of a student journey. And in this economy, yeah, I don't like to say it, but then being realistic, in this economy, you just need to get as many scholarship as possible. Thank you so much for being the brain behind it. Thank you. God bless you. And every member of the team, I mean, I say, yeah, kudos.
Thank you. Okay, thank you so much. You did not introduce yourself.
no, I've not introduced myself yet. I was just trying to do a mini, like, kind of thank you. So, okay, yeah, my name is
Okay.
Oluwatimilehin. Um, a recent graduate of civil engineering, University of Ibadan, and yeah, I have interest in intelligence systems, and yeah, I combine tech with engineering because I like doing crazy stuff. I mean, mouth watching stuff and solving problems of all kinds. And yeah, over the journey, like throughout my journey in university, I was kind of inclined in the academic space, and yeah, I kind of invested my time and resources to understand the rudiments of how things are being structured. So, and with that, I had a couple of leadership positions that kind of sharpened my mindset, made me meet more people, among which I was involved in my department from my second year to my finals in okay, several positions in the academic space as treasurer of my department. And in my finals, I was a representative of the students. I was student representative council for my department in my finals too. So, and beyond school, I love research. I love finding solutions to problems, and I love making life better. Thank you.
Wow. It's so good to hear that. I know you had to like make it short, very short, so that we will not skip here, but it's fine. You're welcome. You're welcome to this edition, and thank you for accepting our invite to be our guest on this session. So, my second question, which will lead us into the discussion proper, is can you share your experience with us, in securing scholarships in the university and all of that? Just tell us about it.
Okay, so thank you for that. Yeah, going straight. So my experience, I'll be kind of very practical and so that we can begin as much as possible. So when I entered my 100 level, yeah, I knew about scholarships and all. Yeah, because even when I was entering UI, I was trying other opportunities. Like I tried to apply to University of Toronto, but it sure did not work out. Thank God. So on getting to you, I was okay. How can I get scholarships? Nigeria is not smiling at all. So I was on the lookout. Yeah, we had a couple of scholarship, Agbami in 100 level, Ajip in 100 level. We had Total in 100 level. So all those scholarship I applied. But my first year was just like, yeah, I think my story is kind of something to learn from. In my other level, I did not win any scholarship. In fact, not that I did not win, I was not called for any exam. So it was kind of discouraging. Wait, what is happening? Is it village people? But I know it can't be village people. So but one thing is I did not stop. I can't remember. I think I will apply for nothing less than five in my first year. And I was not that I was not called for the second stage for any did I offend anybody? But I know I did not offend anybody. So second year came, I was still applying. First semester, a couple of my classmates were called. I mean, those that were not even called for in first year, a couple of them were called for like in first semester. There was this scholarship, what was the name? Maybe Chevron. Yeah, Chevron scholarship. Well, most people applied. Most of my classmates got like they were asked to write the exam. I was not called for exam. Okay. I will not give up. I was still applying. I was still applying. Agbami came. I applied. I was not called for exam. A couple of people were called. Okay. I will not give up. I continued applying. Then the first one I was called for was Total. So I applied for Total second semester 200 level, and I was like, okay, as usual. I will not give up. So I applied, I was called for the exam. When I was called, I told a couple of people that, okay, hey, this is because it was more like, I, God, God eventually answered prayer. So I told my roommate, was like to me, this thing, you are giving it your best. Like, and you must win this. You must win it. In fact, I remember when I told him, first day, I think the first day I was not preparing for the exam. Second day, I was not really preparing yet. I was like, what's happening? Don't you have the exam to write? This thing you are winning it too. And that's the place of people. When people are so much interested, people are so much interested in your wins, people are so much interested in seeing you grow and in seeing the best too. In fact, I remember after that day he told me the next day for a scholarship exam, I went to KTL to start studying. I was like this one, we have to give it the best. So I studied. I was doing overnight for scholarship exams. I was doing overnight, and I wrote it. I was okay. God, do the rest. I know I've done my best. So, I didn't hear a response till the following year. I think around June or June, July thereabouts. So that was
Mm.
when okay, and that time I was already in 200 level. So that means I got my first scholarship my third year officially. So, and that was the beginning. That was the beginning. Shortly after, I wrote another one, Pick Five. That's Petroleum International Christian. I think Christian Family. Some maybe award. I forgot. Pick Five. But it is Petroleum International fellowship funding. So I applied. I wrote the exam. I got it. Hey, this thing is becoming interesting now. Okay, federal government scholarship came again. That was the third attempt, third year. I applied, wrote the exam. In fact, that one was kind of very fun. I had school exam in between. I had school
Wow.
exam Monday. I had scholarship exam on Tuesday, and I had another school exam on Wednesday. Hey, I wanted to decline. I was like, I don't think I can be able to go for this. But when I finished my exam on Monday, I okay, after finishing, I read for that scholarship exam overnight. Although I've been doing little studying, but the major one was overnight. Went for it on Tuesday. After the scholarship exam, read for my book on Wednesday. Then wrote another year exam on Wednesday. For Wednesday, so and everything turned out well. The year exam did not suffer. Got to control. I think I even had 18. Actually, I had in both Monday and Wednesday, and I got that one. So, here, God, this one is interesting. So, continue again. And okay, the next couple of scholarship I'll mention is when it comes to scholarships, to like people should not only be limited to the common ones. Shell, yeah, I also got Shell. I also got Seplat, but I was declined because of your calendar. Most times, and I think this is another challenge some people might be facing. UI calendar is okay, not only UI, let me say federal schools, it's kind of retarded, whereby let's say somebody that is in UI 500 level will be 2021, let's say just complete session, will be 2021, 2022 session. But in most other private schools, or let's say in most schools that are faster than UI, it will be the session after. So, and
Mm.
those times when they bring out scholarship, they'll be like 200 level should apply of this session. Although some waive it, like Total waived it, and a couple of others, Pick Five to waive it. But some, Shell and Seplat, did not waive it. In fact, Shell, I dragged it with them, like, but they were like, no, they followed, like, it has to be the session, and it has to be I was like, well, maybe because I was reading from here that I was fighting them. I was like, but that was one challenge I faced for Shell, and it was quite painful because I think Shell first payment is one of the highest. Yeah, I also faced the same challenge with I think MTN and with MTN and with which one was the last one? Yeah, with MTN and with PTDF. PTDF too. Yeah, because I knew PTDF, I got the message, they sent congratulations, and the next thing was when they brought the final list. All of us that entered that had similar issues in my class, nobody was giving. In fact, my friends that I knew, nobody was giving that. I know that normally because PTDF is kind of we know the process, we know how they give it out. So we're kind of shocked. So that's just one challenge that but I think it has been fixed now with the cancellation of one session. It's no more as I think with UI now, UI is now at the same level with most other public universities apart from private universities. I think with other government because most other government owned school did not cancel a session and everybody were affected. Everybody was affected with COVID-19. So apart from private schools. And yeah, I wanted to say something that beyond the common scholarships, also we also have all these mini scholarships that we should also look out for. And I also benefited from the likes of for example, now we have scholarship peculiar to states, for example, Lagos State bursary and or maybe Oyo State bursary. For Ogun State, now we have some stuff like EGBA US Canada Award. That one I won it twice. Something Leventis EGBA Award. I won that one. Okay. Yes. Okay, that one was renewed. They paid twice. Those are not common. Yeah, the money is not as much as all the Shell, Chevron, Schlumberger, and the likes, but at least it's something. if it comes like when it comes to something. So and yes, so that was the experience, and yeah, thank God for that.
Wow. Wow. I lost count of how many scholarships you mentioned. I was trying to count, but at a point I just left you to do your thing. Wow. So like from your story, I can just pick out something very significant, how determined you were. You know, most times when people lose scholarships in 100 level, it's always like it has gone, it has gone, it has gone. Like nobody really wants to put in that same vigor to apply in 200 level and all of that. And hearing you mention these scholarships, I'm like, really, people were putting in the work. So sincerely, if you want to get something out of whatever you are, you are aiming for, you have to be consistent, determined, and don't give up. Don't give up. Be persevere. Don't give up. So yeah, I just want to remind you to jot things down. If you're on the call, jot things down, and please also drop your questions in the comment section. I want to read your comments. Okay, Lade says, wow, wow, wow. I'm telling you, like even me, I had to start writing. I had to start writing that. Wow. Okay, I think we can go to the next question now before I will just stay is it ruminating now on everything that you have said already. So my next question is, what was the application process like? Now, you said something about 100 level and all of that. Is it how 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 did you apply? I even want to start from how did you see these opportunities first of all, before I even go to how was the process like for you. So how did you even see these opportunities? Because sometimes sincerely people will be in school and they will not see anything, but there is always one person in the class that has all these details. How do you guys get it? So yeah, I would like you to speak on that.
Okay, all right, thank you so much for that question. So the first factor I mentioned is right positioning, and yeah, one thing I did when I first entered school, okay, I was like, I selected people that I knew that they are okay. Like now, when I entered, yeah, I was also lucky, God factor, and that my roommate in my first year was someone that was also interested in all these things. So he was in PES that time, 200 level set higher. So he was okay. He was also one of the first point of contact, right position. So with him, I told him we used to talk a lot, like talk about things. And that time he was on total, okay, good, yeah. He was on total scholarship. It was like teaming this is investor, but maximize your stay, get scholarship, funding. Like you can't just be relying on okay funding from home, and also like you can start getting funds yourself. You can start be financially independent, and yeah, and all this money to beyond being financially independent, you can channel it to building your skill set, because building your skill set to our students requires funds. Money is important, finance is important. You have to pay for some courses, you have to pay for some things. So yeah, so right positioning is the number one factor. So with that, I got to know about some of his friends too that are also passionate about scholarships. So so all these things, especially when I engage them in conversation, okay, I'm interested in this, or when I want to apply, please can you help me to check what are the things I should look out for? They will keep sending more. That's one thing I realized. And whenever it comes that I win, I'll share the test. I'll just I want this. Thank you so much. Probably give them one or two things just to compensate. With that, the yeah, it's not about it's to create to build the bonding. With that, they know that yeah, I'm intentional about this. I'm serious about this, and they keep sending. They keep saying that they are passionate, also interested to put me to guide me. So yeah, right positioning, and also people like minds, being around people of like minds, very very important. Me too, when I see those opportunities I also share it them out. I remember, I think, well, was it my 20 level? Yeah, by the time I got to 20 level, a couple of people have shared opportunities with, they've gotten one or two. I was like, "What? Okay," but that was not a discouraging factor. I was still I still keep sending to people when I see. And when I send to people like that, when they too see, they'll send to me. And on groups too, once I see any opportunity, group scholarship, I join. I don't want if I should not just see SC it like scholarship. Anything that resemble that, I will join just to get information. Because if you don't have access to information, you won't be able to know when all these opportunities comes. And there are some that are low key. I wanted to talk about, there are some that are low key. You won't even hear that something came out. For example, now the Egba US Canada is for okay, this one is for Egba citizens. So you when it comes out, it's just as if only few people will hear about it. And I think the second year, funny fact was people that did not even apply, some got they just selected from previous year to show that more like only people used to hear about the program. Just for applying for the second time I got it, just for applying, there was a guarantee that I think everybody that applied got. That was so that it was lucky. And why is okay? Maybe one reason that's why it was okay is it's being organized by people over there, like by people in US and Canada. So the publicity is not massive. So they'll just push out the kidney, okay, apply. They will think people are aware. However, only few people are aware. So and it's not every year. Like once you win it a year, it's not that automatically they'll give you the next year, you have to reapply. So the publicity is not massive. So it's just looking, and those are right, like you have to be rightly positioned for kind of that kind of thing. Be among people that yes, they are passionate about opportunities and scholarships. So and concerning okay, how the okay, should I mention how the application the application stages now?
Yes, I would like you to just give a holistic view on how the application process used to look like.
Okay,
Like
okay,
we already had series of applications, so how is it generally?
okay. All right, good. Thank you. So for some now, okay, I'll take them in segments. For example, for the oil and gas ones, such as Shell, Chevron, PTDF, Total, most of Storm Day is not really constant, but Shell, Total, PTDF, Chevron, those one will just ask for basic details. That's why good. Another thing I'll now say is yeah, people might think scholarships for some selected people. It's not, it's for anybody. Anybody can win it. In fact, at a point, I deduced that like the way they select is based on maybe all this AI random selection. We don't know. Yeah, to some they use probably maybe grade points, but not in all cases. I can testify that not in all cases, because if it's grade points, I know right from my 200, everyone I should be winning, but it's not by grade points. Like there are some other factors. They are yeah. There's something called diversity and inclusion, which most organizations believe in. So they won't just only give okay because people on first class. No, they also give people on sec 2 1 2 2 also benefit from scholarship, because one thing organization are trying to um, foster is diversity and inclusion. That is, opportunity should not just be for some selected people into say a particular range. No, everybody should. It's just that preference might, in some cases, I use the word might, be given to some, and also there are things that they are looking out for in some applications. But for all this oil and gas, they don't need essay. They don't need short essay. Just upload basic documents. They ask for birth certificate. They ask for um, maybe maybe some ask for WAEC, some ask for JAMB, some ask for transcripts. Then what are the basic? Then local government of origin is very important certificate too, that they actually request for, maybe because of they want to know, or as I've said, diversity. Most likely to be for diversity. Yeah, they request for local government of origin certificate, most likely for diversity too, so that people that are getting it are not just from southwest. They also have from north that are getting it from southeast, from south central. So everybody benefits from it. So that's for oil and gas companies. Then for companies like Big Five, for Egba US Canada, they will request for short essay on why they should be giving the scholarship. And for stuff like that, the cheat code is don't be don't present yourself as if you are begging for it, because truthfully it is a right of, like we have the right to win scholarship as students. They are not doing us any favor. It is part of corporate social responsibility. Yeah, that's something I tell people. There are no company. In fact, when I was messaging Shell, why they did not give me, I went to look for the email of one of their top managers. I copied it. because they are not doing us any favor. It's part of corporate social responsibility. It's something that any organization would do. I think it's part of the law. Maybe 2% of their profit should be given to education. So in most of the cases, they give it out as scholarships. So they are not doing us any favor. They have they have committees for it, education board, they have people, blah blah blah. So just to create system to it and ensure that okay, the people don't accuse them that they are not giving back to the society. And that so they are not doing us any favor. So when applying for stuff, don't sound yeah, it was a cheat code to people like my seniors told me. Don't sound as if you are begging. Tell them what you've done, tell them why you need it, and tell them how it will continue to help you going forward. So
Mm.
sell yourself, give them like give them the good part of yourself, give them hot points that's not just something XYZ, a student or investor of Ibadan. I need a scholarship because I cannot eat, I don't have money to buy my books. I really appreciate if you give me the scholarship. God bless you. May God no, and you not mention anything about what you yourself are doing as a student, the impact you are making, how you're improving on yourself. You have to mention all these things. That's how to stand out, because them just saying I need this, I need has covered 75% of why you need the scholarship. Like that's not the way. Start by okay, I'm XYZ person, student of this department, with despite being financially disadvantaged, I've achieved this. I'm a member of this organization that helps to promote XYZ something, maybe some development schools. Yes, if I'm awarded this scholarship, I will do this. I will buy books. I will do this. I'll become a better version of myself. Blah blah. And maybe then the third paragraph can be, yeah, I look forward to being a recipient of this, as I know that it will be of immense benefit to me and it will grant me the opportunity to pursue XYZ in my field of study. Thank you. So with that, you know that you are not just a liability. Yeah, you have assets, you have value to render. And yes, when you get the money, and that's very important. When you get the money, you know that it's in safe hands and you maximize. For those ones that require tell like why do you need the scholarship? That's for Big Five, for barriers to Canada. Yes, sir. Then for federal government scholarship, F, uh, FSB, that federal scholarship board. That one, anybody that applies get to write the exam. That's the style. Everybody that applies gets to write the exam. So it's now a matter of God, please help me in the exam. And the preparation matters too. So for FSB, as I've said, my story of FSB is even funny. I applied on the level, I did not get it. So I did level, I did not get it. So it was on still the level I got it. And I said, that's shortly after I got total, yeah, I wrote total second level, second semester 200 level, but I was awarded in 300 level. So that was the season. Everything just came and I was like, hey, God is faithful. And it was just like that. So FSB everybody applies, everybody gets, so everybody that applies gets to write the exam, then they pick. And from my knowledge, I know FSB also employs diversity and inclusion, because it's a federal government something. Not only people from, if they are just to do it based on okay, people that maybe hierarchy of scores, most likely Southwest will get it, because the best of the best are in Southwest, but they will not do it like that. They want it to be fair. So we see people from University of Kaduna, University of Katsina also getting it, diversity and inclusion. And in fact, sometimes the numbers can even be more than ours. Maybe they also check maybe the needs, I don't know, but they ensure that everybody benefit from it across the country. So therefore, all these mini scholarship, foundation scholarship, this one are very even simple. The notice will just come like low key. I think there is one. What's the name? Maybe what's the name of this foundation? I know there's Jiboku Foundation. There is ETOP. I think ETOP Foundation. There is it Grace Foundation? I've forgotten. If it's something like, I think there should maybe Grace there about, like very low key scholarship that you just come the what's just required, what they'll just ask for some few documents, and that they'll just go for interview, maybe mini interview in some cases, and from there, in fact, they don't get to get many applicants, unlike shared. check and receive thousands of people, 10,000. What this means, maybe 100 people apply, they will give 20. So the probability is high. Or like share, 10,000 people apply, it might be 400. That's why I say also maximize what is conference scholarship. The events, for example, it's also like a foundation scholarship. What they required was okay, submit three documents, maybe I think yeah, the person for exam, or maybe yeah, the requested for transcripts for okay to confirm for origin state of origin certificate, then they call for 1 minute and that was then after that sent letter. So yeah, then for PTDF too follows the principle of oil and gas scholarships, but it's by federal government. There's similar submit few documents. Yeah, and for most of the scholarship, it's actually for 100 and most of them. That's why my story is kind of a motivation to people. Most scholarships come out in 100 and 200. Only few comes out in 300 level. So, and out of the few, I was lucky to have won most of those few after 300 levels. So, most of them 100, 200, and maximum 300. After 300 is all those mini ones that are out there, all this foundation and few others. So, yeah, just that's how the application for most of the scholarships.
Wow. Who agrees with me that if there was a fee to learn these things, that it is justified? Because this is like this information that we are getting here is usually top secret. But I love your openness in delivery, and we are really learning a lot. I even had to start writing down. You have to state what you have done, why you want it, and how it will help you moving forward. Sincerely, not just for scholarships. This is how to sell yourself. You don't sell yourself like you are begging for opportunities. Sometimes you have to show that you are worth those opportunities. And from the first video, if you remember, we were talking about how you are worth every privilege you've been given, every opportunity you get, you are worth it. So, start working with that thoughts in your mind that you are actually worth these opportunities. um I would also like to advise and counsel you to go back to this video. If you are still a student, you will need every single detail in this video for the next few semesters you have in the university. I have a question actually. So when I see scholarships sometimes, you're telling us to show that we are worth these scholarships. So I used to see something about indigent students, like this scholarship is for indigent students. So, that is to make some people not apply for scholarships sometimes. Like, I'm not indigent. I just need a little help. So please, what will you say to that?
Okay, to address that, I would say indigent. Okay, anytime I see indigent, I'll just feel like it's relative. So relatively to me, because of what I want to achieve when it comes to financial abundance, is huge. So the state I am relative to that state I want to achieve is the gap is still kind of huge. So to me, I'm still financially indigent, kind of. So that's where I view it, and so I'll just sell myself to be like, yes, not necessarily that okay, I don't have a tool, but what I have is not capable or is not enough for like what I want to achieve. So the way I'll structure it, it's been so captivating that oh wow, like so with that would make my application stand out. And when all these people to put it out there, they know that necessarily not everybody will be totally or completely indigent, as the meaning of indigent might be. Some other people too will not be like that, but yes, they have the resources, but not enough to cater for what they need and what they intend to also achieve. So they are also open to it. Yeah, I've seen reviews from a couple of people, and I know that that's how it also was there. So they are aware, they know. So they just use that word. And some too, they don't even tend to review. Yes, some they don't tend to review what they put there out there over time. That's the structure. That's how people do it. So they just copy paste intelligence and also. But you know that it is relative, and they also welcome people who feel they have it, but relative to what they want or relative to what they are seeing themselves to be. It's the gap is still there. So
Hmm. Profound. So, in case if you are thinking, oh, I'm not indigent, just know that the state you are is not the state you want to be. So, can always say, I want to move forward. So, yeah, that's really profound. So, I'd like you to just speak on financial literacy because see I've seen people get this money and in a few weeks they are back to back to the beginning, back to basics. They're like they like they were before the money came in. So I want you to really speak on financial literacy. Okay, the question is just for you to shed more light on financial literacy for those who receive these scholarships and why it matters.
okay, even can you come up with the question again? Like I should speak on why it
Okay,
matters.
I want you to shed more light on the importance of financial literacy for those who receive these scholarships. You know, those who will take this advice we are giving, this counsel we are giving today, and put in for scholarships, and then they receive it. So I want you to speak on financial literacy and why it is important for them to know that, okay, yeah, I have to be, is it frugal in spending?
Okay, thank you so much. I mean, yeah, it's also even something I wanted to speak on. When I first got the topic, I was like, this is a major part. So, and yeah, thank you for asking that question. One thing I would say is be prepared for the money too. It's part of the process. Be prepared for the money because truthfully, all these 250,000, okay, yeah, the highest being paid is okay. I think PTF is that is maybe 400,000, followed by shared 300,000, federal government 250,000. All those money, if there's no plan for it, it will just go like hmm, in this economy, 500,000, it can go and it just be like, ah, God, Father, God, how did it happen? So there's a principle that says that
You're still
I
on.
want to be sure. Can I say it? Okay.
Yes, yes, still on.
There's a principle that says that whatever brings you something, invest more in it. So and that's one
Mm,
principle I believe in. So whatever brings me income, I should invest more in it. So when it comes to scholarships, whatever brings me income, so that one principle is first sustain what made you to stand out. What was your selling point in the application process? Sustain because money will come, but then you need continuous funding, you need continuous money. So you need to keep positioning yourself for the opportunity. So for example, now as students, maintain the grade points because that okay for some that's one of the reasons why they were selected. While some it was a skill set. Probably out maybe they joined one organization and the organization was impactful and those people saw that okay this person has yeah this makes sense. To some, very important is the writing skill. Ah, very, very important. Because you can have all these skill sets, all these qualifications, and you not be able to sell yourself. It happens.
mm,
You just write, I am something, this is something not convincing. People don't want to read to give out. Yeah, in some cases, people want to say outstanding write-up. So invest in your writing skills, invest in and also invest in other things. How the money can yeah, let me see why I'm trying to look for the what is investment, not risky investment. Because what is common to students is aggressive investment. But I'm not an economic student, but I still know a little about investment. They want something that can multiply like the amount they have by times 10 in the space of a month. That's too aggressive. So invest in it. All these where I'm not maybe mutual funds, fund or startup funds, or lock it somewhere. that, but don't lock it in naira. Don't make that mistake. Lock it in foreign currency. Yes, dollars. That's another way. Some, and yeah, divert some to learn skills that can make you better. So that with those skill sets, so you can also generate more income. So because money is so funny, it flows where you direct it to. So and you have to direct it to our students. You just need to direct it to. So don't think, okay, I'm spending 250,000 naira tomorrow and everything is set. Before the end of the month, it has gone. If it's not properly planned for, it has gone. So you just need to be careful. Like invest in what brings you the money. For scholarships, what was your selling point? Make yourself better in that. What other areas of maybe your skill set, maybe you're into graphic design, you're into writing. Writing is also what's key. Public speaking. Public speaking is what's key. Like no matter what, anything that interests you, that yes, it's of value to invest in it. And also if you can also make, like, but for the other one, the investment part, the financial investment part, whereby you can put your money somewhere and it's growing maybe per annum 10%, or you put it in foreign currency, whereby you know that we are not paying for the naira to devalue, but that's just the sad state. So that's another way to also just know that, okay, yeah, relatively in dollars your money is not increasing, but at least it's not devaluing by putting it in naira. So don't just put it in first bank or in one bank. Bank will not, it is a do nothing, but relatively it's a do nothing that is devaluing your money. So that is making one say poorer if care is not taken, because the value of naira is going down. So put it in another currency that you know that yes, the future is bright for the currency. Yeah, the future is also bright for naira, but as it stands, there's just, we thank God for life. But then, so that's what I would advise. Be prepared for the funds.
Okay. Okay, thank you so much. I'll just go straight into my next question. I can see a question in this comment section, and I really want everyone to ask something this night. Ask something on this session so that we would answer your questions and they would no longer be, things that you don't know about. Yeah, because someone told me today that questions are meant to be answered. Yeah, so ask your questions. So the next question I would ask before we go into the questions in the comment section is, you've been talking about how as a student you can be so much more. And okay, I would like to even say this. We have another session coming up on financial literacy, so you should stay tuned to listen to our guest on that topic. And we also have another session on personal branding that you should not miss. So I would just like to ask this question for a student who is putting in for scholarship or applying for scholarships. What is the role that personal branding plays in applying for scholarships? Because most times students don't really know the importance of personal branding while they are students. It's when they've graduated that they now say, oh, I should have actually done this and that and that. So yeah, just how does it help?
Okay. Okay, very good. Yeah, thank you for that question. So when it comes to personal branding, I'll rephrase it to selling yourself in a unique way. So, and that's even the cheat code to get into any opportunity. Like people don't just want to see normal answer. They don't want to see the normal response. Yeah, we have thousands of applications and there's somewhere that needs to go through them and the person is saying repetitive something. Like, but they want to see, okay, how are you standing out? For example now, there was a program I applied for, and how did I stand out? Okay, I just, okay, I told them, okay, I'm a student, right? Like as a student, I also run a student based entire firm that does XYZ thing and that, like, in fact, and when it comes to branding too, especially when it comes to applying, as I've said, writing skills matter. How you deal with analytics, numbers. You want to see it in number, yeah, they are not there, and some might still interview, while some might not. They'll just background check. Yeah, And another way to also, okay, for the background check is maximizing other LinkedIn profile. Also, other social media profile like LinkedIn and Twitter, especially LinkedIn. So, like, tell them things that no matter how little, that's another mistake people make is I'm not doing something too much. Something the little thing means a whole lot. Means a whole lot. Owning, let's say maybe fashion designing brand, it's a whole lot. For you to have a fashion designing brand, you are being creative. That means you engage your creative mindset, you engage your innovative mindset to let's say to design, okay, to do fashion designing for people across the globe. And with numbers, you've done for people in, let's say, 30 out of 36 states in the country. Put it, yeah, I've done fashion design like with my consistency, persistency, and hard work. I've been able to represent my brand has represented in 30 out of 36 states in Nigeria. Like, to someone outside Nigeria, that's a whole lot. Like, wow. So you've done fashion design for people in 36 states, you sent out. That means you are doing great stuff. That means you've gone outside the main box. Like, you are not comfortable about your comfort zone. You are passionate to expand. You are passionate to, I mean, to do better, to see a better version of yourself. So when it comes to it's very, very important selling yourself, like finding the unique thing that differentiates you from just normal applicant that okay, I'm a student and that's all about me. Students read and that's all. No. Being a student is beyond that. And yeah, maintaining the good skills matters, but also the little thing you are doing, make it innovative, make it mind blowing. And in fact, when you keep selling yourself that way, it also drives you to become better. You can, for example, there was a time I had a chat with the CEO of Switching Models and he was asking me some questions. And what I've done in that space, he asked me, okay, have I worked with a fintech company? And the only thing I've done with a fintech company was he said, the way I branded myself, he said, come to Switching Models the next day. So, like, no matter how little, find a way to like make it stand out. Find a way
Yeah.
to not don't think I've not done anything. This is more. No, don't let low self-esteem come in. Be confident. Be be confident. Yeah, let me put it that way. About what you are doing, and always just find a way to see how you can sell yourself.
Wow. So, just magnify the things you are doing. Don't make it look small in your eyes. When you start seeing the value in what you are doing, others will see the value too. They would follow suit. So see the value in what you are doing, and that's so profound. So I'd like us to just go into this question, answer one last question, and we are done. So this is the question from the comments. It says from Ololade. She says, "Sir, how will you advise a final year student to start pursuing scholarships for our MSc studies?"
Okay, for MSc studies as a final year student, the first thing I would say is answer like, do you want to save? Do you want to join NYSC? Yes or no? So if it's a yes, then that means you're planning towards, let's say you have finished undergraduate studies, or if you're in finance, you will finish next year. That means you'll be targeting 2 years time. Right? So that means what you just need to do now is research work. What are the countries I want to do my MSc? Who are the people that are already in the so okay, what is the country then? What are the potential universities? Map out the potential universities. Then there's something about universities. We have the Ivy League schools, we have the middle league schools, and we have the lower rank schools. So it is safe to apply for all. So look for schools in such categories, in all the three categories. Apply Ivy League, middle league, and lower class schools. Lower level. And the lower level schools, not that they are even lower level. Relative to Nigerian standard, they are high level. It's just that to them over okay, so can I still be heard?
Yes, you can.
Okay. So apply to all the schools. So map out all the schools. Then by a session or a year before, for example, someone in finance now, this is 2022, be targeting 2025 admission. So by 2024, start shooting your shot. But before you can shoot your shot, you must be conversant. What are the schools I want to apply to? What are the strategies? Reach out to people that are already there. Reach out to people on how they did it. Because to everybody, we have our students. Everybody that have gotten scholarship have different students. So to some, one thing might work, to another person, another thing might work. Although to a majority, maybe a particular trend might work, but a particular method cannot work for everybody. It is just the fact. So when you get such information, you know that okay, these are the potential strategies I can put in. These are the potential methods I can employ. And so when you judge that with that, it can form part of the wisdom by which and with God, definitely God has the center of it. So you know that okay, by the time I'm about to be applying by 2024, these are the things that are also important. And it cannot happen that all the strategies that you have mastered don't work. Don't engage with yourself, you know, that gone this far, like to be determined, you know, like one at least one or two schools. So okay, let me just recap again. But for somebody that wants to go for NYS, so that means you know that you are doing for the next time, so you have to start. So and there are two methods. You have normal application and you have so for normal application is just like applying for things, you know, like everything that is on the website. But for coding is like okay, I have research interest in a particular field, let's say physics, and I have something out. Okay, that means you're in final year, maybe you just want to start off, but you have something to focus on, you want to continue. So you look at professors, they have similar interests in other universities. So you say, okay, and something good about these professors, they have grants. Even Nigerian professors have, it's just that because of I don't want to. Everybody say I want to chop everything. Nigerian professors to have grants, but maybe something not in Abona, but over there they have grants like in excess. So they try to accommodate students that can help in the research also. When you talk to them, okay, when if they see that okay, the interest aligns and they are ready to take you, so they tell you to go and apply normally. So when you apply, then they will guarantee your sponsorship and they'll make it formal and official. So that's coding maybe. Yeah. Which most people, or let's say for engineers, it works for us because it makes life easy. Okay, you already know that this, and it's even better because it's not that it's a random work that a particular professor will be your supervisor. So you already know the professor, you reach out to the professor, and the professor is doing something that you like. So that means you are doing what you like, which is very good. You are doing what interests you, and it's that you are good to do.
Okay, so lastly, I would just like to ask you to address every student that will come across this video whenever and wherever they are. You know, just tell us what are those key factors that contributed to your outstanding performance, both in academics and, you know, how you consistently gained these opportunities, and, you know, even the yeah, getting those opportunities. So just tell us how you consistently gained this, not just even scholarships. I know that you have a plethora of achievements. So just tell us how or what are those key factors that helped.
Okay, so I'll start with I want that the God factor. That's most paramount. Like God has into all this. Then mentorship, very important. Mentorship and seniors. So what they do is they tend to save time. They've made some mistakes. They've passed the process. So having mentors to always reach out to, and mentors okay to some extent, maybe for a particular thing, let's say for normal scholarship. Okay, you know, okay, this person he got 5 scholarship. Okay, let's say he got 3 scholarship. For a person that had 3 scholarship, can be able to mentor you to have more than 3 scholarships. Can maybe mentor you to have 5 if one is ready and one is determined. That's so mentors for somebody that got 5, that means to the person, okay, after getting 5, so the person can also mentor another person to have 7. That's how it works. Mentorship saves mistakes. Like it helps us to avoid making mistakes that people ahead have made. Yeah, it's not that we will not make mistakes. Life is dynamic sometimes. Like, it's unpredictable. but then this is the mistake you like me. So, and seniors are also there to send opportunities. There are some opportunities that we cannot see. I don't just say just like that. They will be the ones to have access to it because yes, they pass through the process and they are in groups. So within that groups, they share opportunities. So those opportunities are in a territory or in just a particular set of people. So don't not pass it down. So you just need to create that interaction with them. And when creating interaction with seniors, don't just be a receiver, also give value to the seniors. Give value to seniors because all these seniors do it's not that they really need what you want to offer, but let them know that it's not just a parasity interaction. It's not just parasity. And it's once in a while. There's one of my seniors, once I'll okay, not even one. What my senior, I'll just what are you doing? How is this? Is there okay? And if they tell me this, can I help you with this? Like once in a while. I'm not saying every time. It's just once in a while. It's everybody needs help, right? And nobody like especially for seniors, they might not just open up. So but when you interact, so with that, you know that yes, this person is ready to build long lasting friendship, long lasting interaction, and it opens so many. In fact, they can even recommend for opportunities. There are even some opportunities that are based on recommendation. That is another thing I feel to me. So they can also recommend. So don't joke with relationship with seniors or with mentors. Very, very important. Very, very important. Then be consistent, be persistent. Rome was not built in a day. Sometimes all these opportunities might not just come at a season that you desire, like you are desired, or like it will come in, yeah, but your persistence will pay off. That's one good thing. But sometimes, it might be like I must get this, I must get that. That season to not come. But because you are being persistent, you do not give up. After a while, it will just at the period whereby you do not really put so much energy. Yeah, you are putting you are being consistent, but you are not too hard on yourself. At that point, that's when you now start seeing the result. Wow, 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 wow. So it just happen like that. Never give up. Never say I cannot achieve it. Never say never. Never say that way. So just believe in every possibility. Like all these people that also get all these opportunities, they don't have to yet, and they didn't fall from heaven. So that means there was a principle they followed. Where yeah, there were some principles they followed, there were some guidance that helped them. So they determined the focus to also pass through those processes. Never don't be scared of the sacrifices to pay. Yeah, you have to pay the sacrifices, staying up at night, trying to edit your write up. Yeah, you can do a write up and you edit it 20 times. After editing 20 times, you send it to one person be like, what did you write? You must not still give up. Oh. You must not give up. So you must just keep at it. But another thing is being among like minds of peers. Yes, it's not just okay, go academics is there, other life of other space of life is there. But okay, when you know okay, opportunities, also have it for people that you know that there's no at least 90% of opportunities. One of them will know about it and they will send it. So with that, you know that you are certain that you are next thing. Because you cannot get an opportunity that you have no knowledge of. It's when you get to see the application that you need to apply and get it. So the first stage is even the same. So make sure you are among the people that will give you this platform to have access to all these opportunities. And yeah, let me say the desires of what you want and where you see yourself. Yeah, I want to do this. To every person, I say success is measured based on what you put down for yourself. To some, what they will notice to some when they enter school, they want to finish the particular score, do this, do that, they start with this. And that's how their success will be measured. For example, there's someone that says, okay, before I finish, I want to be the parent that is into let me see, brand that is into fintech, a fintech company. I want to be a fintech company. That's one of the essence about it. Then before I finish, I want to speak in 5 international. Okay, I want to deliver papers in 5 international countries. I want to give back to the community, and I want to huge project that solves at least 5 SDG goals. And amongst that, I want to finish with a minimum of, let's say, 80% at maybe 3 points. Maybe out of 4 points, 80% should be 3.25, I think. I'm just saying, like, it's like that's just the goal. So the success of such person is measured based on those key factors. It's not just measured, okay, let's say the person only achieve one part and the others are not. So that means constantly remind yourself of your goals. This is what I want to do. This is what I want to achieve. And know that you can achieve anything. You can be a better version of, like, your competition is with your former self, and do not win that competition against your former self. No, it will not be. So not that every competition is with your former self, and your intention is to be better than your former self. So your intention is to win that competition against your former self. So keep driving for the best, keeping all those people that we are seeing at the top, they have different story. In fact, they have their scars. I went for a conference and one of the speakers was like, before he got to the stage he is at the moment, at that time. So like he was stagnant for how many years? I think he was stagnant for about 2 years. And know that he was not putting in his best, he was putting in his best, but bad luck. How should I say the story? Bad luck, bad luck. Different things happened, and he just came at and he was still giving he was still giving the best. He was employer of the month, like, for several occasions, and yet did not meet. But despite that, he did not say, okay, I will not keep putting my best. You know? He was putting it in best, putting in the best, putting in the best. And by the time they increased the salary, oh my God, it was like from any in naira to any in dollars, like it was a skyrocket. And how did it happen? Based on the communication. People that have received and recommended new computers, you've been seeing this and you've been best before this. That's how it happens. So, like, you just need to constantly mind yourself of your values. Yeah, I won't settle for less. I will never settle for less, and keep it all the dates. Have people and to believe in God. God for faith. Very, very, very paramount. There are some things that we cannot achieve. We can just try. I tell people as students, believing in God, doing the things of God does not mean that you are at a disadvantage. Other people are having time. No, God factor, God above every other thing. There are some things that it cannot be achieved apart from God intervention. In fact, I've listened to top CEOs in companies, and anytime they want to win their speech, about 80% of them went to God. So if those people at that level can be so much fun about the power of God, then as students, we must be so conscious beyond just people saying it. We must have an inner conviction about what we do and how it can make us stand out. So that's in a wrap how I would say my address to the students out there.
Thank you so much. That was like, a whole experience in few words. So I'll just read out these comments as we wrap up today. Ajao Favor says, see the value in what you are doing. True. See the value in whatever you are doing. And Aregbeshola Erioluwa says, be consistent. Thank you so much for joining tonight's session, this webinar session on the University Through Our Eyes webinar series. This is the second module, and we are so excited to bring you the third next week, Saturday. Stay tuned for it. And after this session, please kindly fill in the feedback forms that will be sent into the groups. Like our speaker said, mentorship saves time. Please take the things that you are hearing dear to your heart and work on them. So I would like you to share just your social media handles if people come across this video and they want to connect with you. So just share your social media, tell us your name and share your social media handles. I'm not sure you did that. Yeah.
Okay, I'm Oluwatimilehin. On LinkedIn, just type Oluwatimilehin. I'll be the first person to comment. So that's Oluwatimilehin.
Okay.
Yeah, I majorly use LinkedIn. Yeah, I'm on Twitter, but I don't really engage on Twitter. But once message on LinkedIn, 10 hours I
Okay. Thank you so much. Um, I don't want you to forget this. Our speaker said something. Anyone can be selected when you apply. So just apply. This is your cue to put in those applications, submit them, don't be scared, and just see how things will work out in your favor. With this, we have come to the end of this webinar session. Thank you so much, Timmy, for doing this with me. Timmy is my brother and my friend, and I'm really grateful that you accepted this invite. Thank you, and see you on the next session.
applied.
Bye.